we went to a vineyard, where they
Vineyard.
vineyard, whatever it is, where they age the wine. None of us had ever been to a wine tasting before. And I thought it was so neat that they put wine and cheese together. Like, so you go there to taste the wine to see what brand you like and buy some wine, have you some cheese and crackers. Mellie gets drunk on the wine. I didn't even know you could get drunk on wine.
Kayla, do you remember what you said in your interview?
Huh.
Who chases cheese behind wine?
I never seen it done before. I never seen it. So I was floored, but damn, that was a good combo. I mean, that was a good combo. I might want to have some of that tonight. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Gossipin Gypsy Sisters. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Annie, formerly from the TLC show Gypsy Sisters. We're here with our very own podcast called the Gossipin Gypsy Sisters, where we break down all things gypsy.
From the culture to our fashion to our everyday lives, we will be updating you weekly on what's been going on.
So if this is your first time watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more gypsy content.
So, Annie, for starters, for the podcast, this is very different for our viewers and our fans. We are doing our podcast together. In my camper this time, we decided to bring the Gossipin Gypsy Sisters a little bit closer.
I don't know if this will be good or bad, guys.
Well, you want to start by telling everybody what you've been up to for the past week? What's been going on? Like, what have you guys been up to?
Well, Carly didn't come home from summer with her dad. She decided she wanted to stay, so there's been a lot of chaos going on over that. After all these years of me raising her and her dad not raising her the way I've raised her, she just decided to stay because she likes a little boy down there where her dad lives.
And how old is Carly? I'm really being sarcastic. Like, how old is she?
She's about to be 14.
14 years old. And she has the authority to tell you she's not going to come back home?
That's what she's decided she's wanted to do, so I've been dealing with all that. And Josh has been against homeschool for ever since we've ever did our court stuff, and now all of a sudden I get a text the other day. He's going to homeschool us.
Wow. I mean, and Carly, have you talked to Carly about this or?
Me and her son had a couple different blow-ups over it. So yeah, I have. I told her she needs to come home. She can go visit her dad when she wants. I'm glad, she's getting close with her dad and stuff. But her dad works all the time, and so does his wife. Neither one of them's never home.
I know you wouldn't think that Carly would want to really be where she's from. The lifestyle with you versus the lifestyle with her dad is very, very different. Like here, you're not probably nowhere as strict as it's going to be there. But it's amazing what little boys can make little girls do these days.
I know that's right.
And she's only 14.
She's
Oh
about to
my,
be 14.
this is just beginning to a lot.
Sure is.
And with her not listening about school, I hope that she doesn't not listen to you on everything because she's too young to be making her own decisions right now. Personally, I don't agree with that. If that was my situation, what I do, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can relate. I'm sure you're not the only one going through that. But if this is how it's going to be and my child's going to demand and tell me that they're not going to come home, there would be consequences. And I understand you got your hands tied, but the consequences would be she's going to want to come back sometime during the school year. And I'd say, you know, you made this bed, you're going to have to lay in it and you're going to have to make this work.
Oh yeah, because soon as she gets mad at his wife, because she tells me all the time that she don't like his wife. All the time she tells me this. So as soon as she gets mad and something don't go her way, she's gonna call me crying, want me to come pick her up.
Well, and the thing about it is if she's going to be down there with her dad, she's going to have to take rules from her dad and his wife. That's her stepmother.
That's true.
Same if she's here with you and with Yui. So I know that when Yui tells her what he expects of them, which he's not hard on them at all. But that might be the problem. You may have been a little bit too lenient. throughout this whole process of Carly living with you, even through y'all's ups and downs, even though you're separated, he's always been supportive of what you've needed to do for your kids.
I don't know. I guess I'll get through it one day at a time. That's all I can do.
Well, Carly doesn't understand it costs us tens of thousands of dollars to get a lawyer every time somebody wants a buck up. That's not cheap.
No.
I pray she doesn't have to grow up and go through that with her own kids one day. Well, on on to the next. What about you and Yui? Are y'all back on good terms or what?
For now. We're back on good terms for now.
The friendship led to we're gonna be good now.
For now. You never know with me and Yoy.
You sure don't. Y'all's like the weather. You don't know when Hurricane Annie or Yui's blowing in or out. But somehow y'all seem to weather the storm.
True.
So I know that you and Yui's been split, and I know y'all's been going through some things, but how are y'all doing now?
We're friends. We're friends for now. Tomorrow we could be enemies again.
Wow, that sounds so enthusiastic.
I mean, it is what it is. That's how me and Yoy are. Today we could be okay. Tonight we could be at each other's throat. That's just how we are.
Honestly, that's in any household. People's got their ups and they've got their downs, but at the end of the day, you're married. He's married. And if y'all can work y'all's differences out, I think that would be the goal. Try and get through
Maybe. With all that being said, what's going on in your life?
it. You was quick to ask me about mine because she ain't trying to talk about hers. She is not her and Yui's friends with benefits, that is.
No way.
Well, let me tell you about us. We've been doing great over here. Everything in my life is going awesome. My kids are doing well. There's another holiday coming up. Danielle and George booked their room. They're coming down next weekend. We're definitely looking forward to that. Um, and I want to talk about Jeep
I was
Week invasion here. I was so mad that the Jeep weekend got rained the freak out.
Did you by chance see me and Joanne's TikTok that got posted?
No.
We're hanging out top of her Jeep doing a TikTok.
How did y'all survive the weather?
Oh, see, I never see you, so now it might do good for us to do podcasts in the same house because I never see you. She came down the day before the last day of the Jeep invasion, so we went out and had a little fun, done some TikToks, and we got rained out again and had to come home.
It rained the whole weekend. I was so disgusted with it. But guess what? The rain didn't stop us either.
I didn't take no pictures, but we did do a TikTok.
Oh, I got pictures, videos. I seen Jeeps on that strip that I have never seen in my life. I seen Jeeps that I didn't even think they're out there. I don't know how I tell you what, after being in Tennessee for over a year, I have definitely realized Jeep Week is the
Jeep invasion.
biggest Jeep invasion is the biggest thing in this state. As far as I'm
So
concerned.
they said they were only expecting 40,000 Jeeps, and there ended up being 80,000 here. They said this was the biggest one we've ever had before in life.
Ever. Yep, that's what I heard too. Well, it tried to rain on our parade, but we still got up, went out. We went out to the Allen. We had some lemon drop shots. I got pictures and videos of us getting them.
The first night we got rained out, Yoy brought me home like a bat out of hell on the golf cart, ready to get home. I got attacked by a dog right here.
I know. I was wondering what you done.
I got attacked by a dog on my face, bit my face. The little dog was scared. It wasn't her fault. And not just any dog, Frenchie, my favorite dog in the whole world. Bit me in my face. It started raining. We went to go get ice put on my face. Started raining, and he drove us home on the golf cart because we drove the golf cart out on the sidewalks, passing through traffic and all. Didn't care if we got pulled over or whatever. Brought us on home.
Speaking of coming through like that, like a bat out of hell, did you hear that 2 kids got hit over this
I didn't know
weekend?
it was kids. I thought it was adults.
No, 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 no. It was kids, and I heard that one was a 3-year-old, and that 3-year-old died. So to anyone out there that does not know what Jeep invasion is in Tennessee, it's where all the Jeeps come in.
They
and
invade it. They invade it.
They invade it with ducks. Benny and me and Benny both said this weekend, said we hope that no kids go out in the road to chase ducks because it's so
Well, the people
dangerous.
was running across. It started raining. They said people was running across the street to get across, and 2 people got hit.
I talked to somebody right up here at the store.
That was must have been a different incident.
No, well, he said that, like you just said, it was raining and they went running, but the little 3-year-old seen a duck and it darted for the duck and the duck was in the road.
Wow.
So it was a 3-year-old and a sibling, from my understanding. One's still in the hospital, but that other little one
I
didn't make
heard
it. And I
somebody
thought
got
that was sad.
airlifted, yeah.
The one that was airlifted didn't make it. That's the one. Because the other child went local. And if you go to this hospital locally, it's not urgent. The one that was airlifted, that little baby died.
Done. Not good.
And I send out my condolences to that family because that was really sad. A family, you come down here to enjoy your family, see your family, make memories, and that's not a memory nobody wants to go home with after coming down on vacation with their families. So
No.
after I heard that, it kind of put a damper on me, anyways. But that was that was late Saturday night when I heard it.
Yep.
Sunday, I'm going to be
We got
completely honest.
bombarded by the ambulances and stuff come flying by us. And we was on the sidewalk. Scared the shit out of me.
On the golf cart.
Yes, on the golf cart. They were flying in the rain. Joey was on the sidewalk, flying down the sidewalk. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh my gosh! I don't
I
even think
told
that's
him, I'm
legal.
like, no, it's not legal, but he wanted to get home. He turned.
I don't blame him.
We was in a straight lane to go straight, and he turned. Oh, he scared me.
I would have done the same thing. Annie, it was raining so hard you couldn't see your hand in your face.
I'd rather be safe. Sorry, though. Make sure I had kids on the golf cart to get home.
No, I know, but if you was on the sidewalk, you was away from the road.
The way the road was, it turned on the light down here. The way you turn right there, the sidewalk wasn't this big with big trees. He took under a tree and all. He scared the life out of me.
The whole town down there was scatting. You got to think, y'all, there was 80,000 Jeeps scatting. The actual
And
bottom fell
not
out.
including the traffic that was with the Jeeps, the other cars, vehicles, people were on side the roads.
When you called me Saturday night asking where we were at, you said it took you 2 hours just to budge a couple
Yes.
of cars.
Yeah, it did.
We didn't go set out in that. We went out in the Allen, went down and we had a couple drinks, which, oh my gosh, I felt horrible Sunday.
I didn't get to budge. And we budged like maybe an inch within 2 or 3 hours.
I know I never could understand why y'all never made it to the Allen to us. I thought y'all
We
were
couldn't.
coming.
Traffic was crazy.
So we all left to meet at the Allen. We make it there. They don't. They never did. I guess until everything was closing.
We got to the restaurant that we went to literally minutes before they closed.
George, this was the first time George has ever even seen Jeep
Kayla,
Week.
he was with us
That's what he
on the
told me.
back of my golf cart. And he was throwing ducks and getting ducks thrown at him, but it was actually safe at this moment because we literally wasn't moving. People was out of their Jeeps, parked
That's
out.
how I've seen him since Thursday.
Now if the Jeeps was moving, I'm sure he would have been more precautious. But we were dead at a dead still. People was in park. There was no moving.
No, actually.
He was getting all kind of ducks from everywhere, just chucking them. It was funny. He had a ball.
It was his first Jeep invasion. He told me he absolutely loved it.
It was fun.
But yeah, and we ran into some family out there, just kind of seen some family. Benny's mom has a Jeep. So Friday night, we went over there on Saturday and Big Benny had me dying laughing. He said, Mary took her Jeep uptown, put a flag on it, and sit out there for like an hour.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she sure did. She took a flag, put it on her Jeep. She sit out there in the Jeep invasion this weekend.
I didn't know that.
If I would have ever knew what I know, I would have went and ducked her. But that's what they do. They duck you, throw ducks all over. How many ducks would you say me and you? Because I got videos of this too of us ducking Thursday night. Thursday night, by the way, to the world, that's the only night I got to enjoy it
Because
because
the traffic was moving into 2 lanes, but the 1 lane didn't because it was full of Jeeps.
but the rain the rest of the time just
it was
ruined
bad.
it.
We got rained out. But people still stayed out in that rain playing.
I didn't. I come on back in.
Not including, have you seen all the bears getting into people's Jeeps on TikTok?
Yep, a lot of people I heard come down here in their Jeeps and their Jeeps got in them, tore some of them up.
Bears tore them up.
Baby, this is bear country over here. Bear country.
I'm sick of seeing bears. I see them cleaning every day as it is.
What else? What else have we done in the last week that I'm trying to think of to?
That was my biggest thing was Jeep Invasion.
That was my biggest thing too, was Jeep Invasion. TikTok's been running a little slow lately. I've been a little stressed out with that.
Chrysalin's here with my grandbaby. She wants to go to the water park, so I'm hoping maybe we can. I don't know for sure yet, but it's got to see how work goes. She's here for a
Does
week.
he like the water?
Yeah, he loves
I haven't
water.
got to see him in the
I might
water.
take him up to the pool. Yes, he loves it. He's walking now.
Uh-oh.
Watch out, world.
Willy Wonka, here I come.
I call him Dennis the Menace. He looks just like Dennis the Menace.
If he looks like he, does he act like he?
Kayla, he's bad.
You told me he can get a little wild.
He's a little wild.
So, obviously, we had a long week. We had a busy weekend. And before we dive into this episode, I did want to mention, I remember, we were talking about Lexi calling me and telling me that she was expecting, which I was very happy for her. She's very happy, but sadly, she lost that. She had a miscarriage. So I talked to her about it though. She did tell me, she said, Mom, we weren't trying. And she said, I wasn't far enough or pregnant long enough to really miss it.
I got you.
But obviously she wasn't happy about it, but things happen and she's okay. I'm just glad she's okay. But that's what's been going on. And I think it's time we dive right on into our episode. So we're going to go ahead and dive into today's episode. We are going to be talking about season 2, episode 7 of TLC's Gypsy Sisters, Gypsies Unleashed. Just the thought of hearing the Unleashed. Might should have put the leashes back on instead of unleashing us this episode.
In this episode, Robbie meets his new baby, us girls go Zorbing, and Mellie gets drunk at wine tasting. Let's dive in.
Mellie, Robbie's here. Get off my kid.
Give him up.
Nope, get off my kid.
Oh my God!
Hold on, I think I better not do this. Ah! Give me that!
We thought it would be a good idea to go wine tasting.
So can we get drunk?
Mellie,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
you need to stop.
Mellie, are you all right?
She can't even get up.
Shut up, Joanne!
The wine tasting part. When she puts her head into the barrel and goes, meow.
We ain't made it that far yet.
I
Don't
just
spoil it.
that's what brings my bell on
I
this.
was trying to be funny right now.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't care. All I could think of was when we went and done that wine tasting when Mellie put her head in that big, big tank where they like aged the wine. She opened the door.
Let's go on and talk about it.
We went to a vineyard, where they vineyard, whatever it is, where they aged the wine. None of us had ever been to a wine tasting before. And I thought it was so neat that they put wine and cheese together. So you go there to taste the wine to see what brand you like and buy some wine, have you some cheese and crackers. Mellie gets drunk on the wine. I didn't even know you could get drunk on wine.
Kayla, do you remember what you said in your interview?
Huh.
Who chases cheese behind wine?
I've never seen it done before. I never seen it. So I was floored, but damn, that was a good combo. I mean, that was a good combo. I might want to have some of that tonight with some
She
cheese.
was drinking Sheena's wine. Sheena had a drip left. Mellie was trying to sip everybody's wine that they had left in their cups that day. After falling on the floor, I think she ruined Nenny's whole vibe. Nenny was just ready, done, and over with that whole wine tasting deal.
Nenny had every right to be frustrated that day because she did put in a lot of time and effort for us to once again have a girls' day.
Yeah.
And what was supposed to be fun, cheese, crackers, and wine turned into woohoo. Let's balls to the wall. If you can get drunk on anything, she's gonna be drunk.
And on top of all that, she left Robbie at home to babysit, and he's never babysat it for her to go do her Zorbing and all that. What a way to get a break, huh?
Oh wow.
Learn how to be a dad. There's a lot in this episode.
No, he was brave, to be able to take on that responsibility, being both of their first child together, but him being the responsible one, staying home, keeping the baby, But when she come back and she come back drunk, he had to continue that for the rest of the night and on through to the next morning.
We all came home that night, and do you remember what we did?
Back up.
Kayla, we had a pillow fight,
I-
and you ended it.
And what I'm trying to tell you, before we can get to the pillow fight, you're right. My favorite part is when Mellie opened up the door to that big tank and said, meow, meow.
She kept doing it that day.
It sounded like it was going outside of the whole place, but yes, so we did have a pillow fight, and I did end it with the pillow fight. That was a long day. That was a very long girls' day. We didn't expect it to go the way it did, but overall, it was a good experience. That's where I learned that you take and put cheese with wine.
If you say so.
And they had so many wines for so many different things. Like, however you want it to.
You said on there about Pinot Grigio or something.
Pinot de Grigio.
See? I can tell you don't drink wine. You can't even pronounce the names.
No, but going off of Mellie, wines can be pretty good sometimes.
She enjoyed it. I got drunk. Do you remember that on the party bus on the way there? I told you, you said you was going to call Carly's dad on me.
For drinking, because we know when you and Mellie get around each other and y'all get drinking, that's never a good combo. That's a recipe for disaster. Not in a bad way. Y'all just
shut up.
It's like having two toddlers to chase. You know, Mellie's behavior at the wine tasting, some people might think, oh, she, is acting out for attention. And then other people may think this is like Mellie's way of healing through different things that's going on in her life. What do you feel about that? I don't really think it's Mellie acting out. That's really just Mellie. If she's going to go have a good time, she's going to go have a good time.
Oh yeah, and she'll let the world know that too.
Yeah, it's not like she's definitely not looking for attention. This is Mellie, like wide open, unhinged.
Mellie 2.0.
Mellie 2.0.
Well, the main theme of this episode is escaping reality versus facing responsibility. What? Something fun?
It was a long word for me. It was a tongue twister.
Stop. Let's face reality or escape responsibility.
I'll face reality.
So what are some ways you think you handle pressure?
Ways that I handle pressure, if I'm being completely honest.
Like, do you want to go have fun, or do you just want to shut yourself out away from the world?
I want to put the brakes on everything and regroup my thoughts and find out, hey, is it something that I'm doing that's not right? Or is there something going on that I need to work on myself? So no, acting out, and being an outcast is not a good way to handle pressure.
I agree.
We're adults and we should be able to make responsible adult decisions. And acting on impulse is never a good thing.
I agree. I don't say just go out and just have a blast and then just say, oh, look, I made a mistake. I done fucked up.
Well, in this episode, we also find out some very disturbing news about Nettie. That bomb gets dropped, which was not the greatest. But, some people think that these moments are a time for healing, and some people don't. It's all on who you are. But what we've seen out of Mellie through all these different loops that we took this episode was just Mellie being a big kid, having fun. That's what you get with Mellie.
I agree.
So let's go ahead and dive into some of these and start by talking about when we got home, Annie, from the safari.
We might be a little too old to be having a pillow fight, but all of us girls is in this cabin, so we need a little fun. Joanne and Annie may have been the ones to start the pillow fight.
Get out!
But I am the one to finish it. Get out of my room, go to bed, bitch! Good night!
Hello, pillow fight.
Kayla, I started the pillow fight and you freaking ended it. I wanted to have a little fun and you decided to put me out of your room. We all started pillow fighting and you decided you was going to end our pillow fight. You beat us with pillows.
When it was time to go to bed, it's time to go to bed. I had to end it with a pillow
By
fight.
beating me with a pillow?
Yes. I couldn't get you away, and I wanted to go to sleep. I wanted to go to bed.
Goodbye.
But we had a blast. Didn't you have a long enough eventful day?
Yeah, but why not? You had all the family in the house at one time, cousins, whatever. So me and Joanne wanted to, we wanted to beat y'all up.
I was wore out.
Pillows. Well,
Annie wanted to keep going, and all I wanted to do was get my beauty sleep at the time.
oh well, this is typical Annie wants to go be crazy.
Just like Mellie. Typical Mellie, typical Annie. That's
Me
right.
and Mellie were a lot alike back then.
Oh, y'all were. You truly were.
We'd get in trouble together.
Oh, when backing it up back to the pillow fight, and why you wanted to know why I wanted to end it with the pillow fight. We filmed from sun up to sundown back then.
True.
I don't even know how we made it.
When we'd have to redo so many scenes and hours of whatever.
Being on reality television isn't for the weak, I'll tell you that. You got to be pretty strong to roll with a reality show. Because that means the camera's constantly rolling. They never stop. They stop long enough to let you go to sleep.
Well, at the end of that night, Nettie comes downstairs with baby Richard, and her cat on her one arm, the cat in the other arm. She sits down on the couch or chair. Mellie looks like she's tired, ready to fall asleep, sitting right there. And she tells her that she thinks she was going to call Robbie so he could come meet the baby. And Mellie actually said she wasn't going to go against it, that she would let Robbie come meet him.
Well, I think by us being in Tennessee made it a little bit easier for him to come and meet the baby on vacation. Maybe the mood, I'm guessing he thought would be a better fit to meet us or Mellie in Tennessee on vacation, because maybe Robbie knows how Mellie is and was back then.
Well, let's talk about when Robbie showed up. Do you remember him walking in, Joanne opening the door?
What's up?
Get off my kid.
Give him up, give him up.
Nope, get off my kid.
When Robbie walks in the door, honestly, I felt a whole lot of hate build up, but I bit my tongue for Nettie so he could see the baby, but I felt nothing but hate towards him.
Stay away from my kid.
Mellie comes in, her hair was a little wet. You can tell she just took a shower, and he went to reach for the baby, and she said, "Nope, not get off my kid," or whatever. So they went upstairs to the room, shut the door, and he ended up, getting to see him, hold him, and do whatever. And the baby pooped. He was pooping while she was changing his diaper, and she told Robbie to go wet a rag, and they was picking on each other about being a mother and father.
And in all reality, it's their first time mom and dad together, and they really don't know a lot. But I'll tell you what, that's not the time to find out how to be a parent. Once that baby's here, you got to be a parent. You're going to learn. I wonder why. I know that Robbie and Mellie wasn't together like throughout the pregnancy, and it took a little bit for Robbie to come. But I think if Robbie thought, because it was never really fully discussed on the show, like why Robbie was away for so long. I think if Robbie felt that Mellie was going to give him a fair chance and not, dog him, he would have been there.
Well, behind
the
the
whole
scenes on some of that, they were really together.
On some of it, but not on all of it.
Not on all the whole filming, but behind scenes, her and Robbie were like together on some of it.
Kind of like you and Huey right now. In and
Shut
out,
up.
in
Shut
and out.
up.
Y'all still a lot alike, Annie. The show's over, but y'all still got a lot of same
Robbie
traits.
looked really happy when he saw his baby for the first time, though, to me.
He sure did. You could see it gave him
It
a
glowed.
glow. He radiated big times when seeing that baby. You could tell it lit him up. That not only did he get to see his baby, it's his first boy. He named it.
No
for
more
him.
than he gets there to see his baby. He got left there to babysit his baby. So I guess he had to learn real quick what to do.
He got the baby in the carriage.
While
The
Mellie
mama's
gets
gone.
away, she went out to go Zorbing and done all the fun shit.
Well, enough about Robbie, Mellie, and the baby. Let's talk about when we went to Gatlinburg, Annie.
All right, it's time to go buck wild.
I want that necklace.
I want an ice cream
She wants to
cone.
lick the ice cream.
What's the difference between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge?
Well, Pigeon Forge is like a bunch of go-karts, putt-putt, It's a little bigger. Gatlinburg is a bunch of little shops on each side of the road, and you walk, and there's restaurants, and they got little sky lifts.
I
Just 2
almost
different
feel like
towns.
it's like, and I know it's more than one way in and one way out, but when I go over to Gatlinburg, I kind of feel a little claustrophobic. I feel like if the mountain was to ever come tumbling, you're done. There is no way out. There's no escaping.
Well, let's talk about the bears walking into the stores over there right now.
Oh,
Still.
they walking around like humans do over there. They're walking around. This winter, one went to the Anakista right to the desk to the lady, like it was going to get on the ski lift and ride up the mountain. It stood there
Do
at the
you
ticket booth.
do you remember when we got to Gatlinburg? Mellie she screamed, she was ready to go buck wild. It's time to go buck wild. She went running across the street, running all through Gatlinburg and all. Like she went crazy.
She was overwhelmed with excitement. And what do I do? Look at all this. Turn me loose. Wind me up and turn me
Could you
loose.
tell what was about to happen in this episode?
Oh, I knew. I already knew. Once we got to Gatlinburg and you could see how it was just driving her hype and wild, I already knew what it was going to be.
So I remember when we went shopping, I remember pointing out a shirt. I think it was pink and it had some writing on it. And I remember you saying, "I'm already on it, sister." You told me it.
The shirt, the pink
I
shirt,
remember you buying a shirt.
we're always picking out the same stuff. Always.
What did I buy? I know ice cream. Everybody had ice cream. And y'all was up there and enjoying that ice cream too.
That ice cream was freaking amazing, okay? The ice,
We still to this day go get it.
yeah. I love it. Is what it
You want to tell our viewers about what happened and all when we went Zorbing and what Zorbing is?
So we're going to put you in a ball. You're going to be harnessed in. You're going to go head over heels 25 to 30 times. And you guys are going to have a blast doing it.
It looked fun from what we knew, but when you actually see it, it looked scary and it looked like it was going to give you a really bad headache.
Yes. Zorbing it's in Pigeon Forge, kind of up the slope, like of a mountain. Yeah, it's like a ski mountain where a ski lift would take you up, but instead of going up on a ski lift, it's these big balls. You want to know what I felt like we looked like in them balls? You know the gerbils that they put in the balls that they run around? I felt like a gerbil, but let me tell
A
you,
hamster.
a hamster. We're like human hamsters
Well, you're
rolling
the
down the
one said
mountain.
You would go first, you little daredevil.
I was so excited. I swear, my kids, you could have told me. I was like a kid on Christmas morning when they told us we was going to Zorbing, not knowing what I was putting myself in for. I would never.
Well, you went. Do you remember flopping down the thing when you got off? You said you had a. When you went flopping down the hill, when you went rolling, you had a headache.
It
Remember
ruined
you
me.
did when you come
Yes.
out there?
When I got out, I was holding my head.
The girl thought she was the it. She beat us all to going down first.
I was done for the day. It ruined my whole entire
Well,
day.
Mellie and Nettie got into the wet one. That one looked more fun. That one don't look like you'd have as much headache as the one you did. The one you got on was pressure. That's the one I rode. Mellie and Nettie's one was the water one. Theirs looked so much more fun.
Annie, the water looking fun, shooting up your nose, holes, your mouth, your ears.
I just hold my nose like this going down. If I had,
That's a long roll down, baby, holding your nose. Oh, goodness.
I think Mellie was a scaredy cat of the bunch that day.
I think so, too.
She was a little scared by the time Nettie was saying in the thing, it got a little faster, and Mellie got scared her towards the end.
Yeah. Mellie was hyped to do it, but then when we got there, she was definitely scared. So, Zorbing, Annie, is where our vacation ended in Tennessee. That was one of the last things we done before we hit it back in that damn RV. You want to talk about the RV ride back?
What about that RV?
We all got in an RV and had to head back after going and having all that fun.
Yeah, it sucked having to leave vacation. It always sucks when you leave vacation. Well, do you remember when we got home off our vacation, how you served me a ding dong on a plate and give me a fork?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Kayla, who eats a ding dong off a plate like I'm a proper, here, let me eat like the proper gypsy girl.
Yeah.
A ding dong. Not a piece of pie, not a piece of cake. You give me a ding dong.
I bet you no one's ever served you a ding dong on a plate with a fork before, ever, have they?
Shut up.
Did you enjoy it?
Maybe, maybe not.
All right, don't ask why. You got served. And if I had to talk about cakes and plates, baby. I'll take any cake on a plate. What's your favorite dessert, by the way?
My favorite dessert? Man, chocolate chip cookie heated with ice cream.
Mm, Chili's molten cake with the ice cream.
Girl, get out of here.
So, Annie, in this episode, moving forward, past the ding dong, I remember you and Carly's dad having some ups and downs, and I know at one point you was thinking it would be smart to try to put your family back together, but at the end of the day, you done everything you could on that relationship. That relationship just didn't work out, but it is Carly's dad, and I think y'all have done good remaining as respectful as you can towards one another, minus all the drama that you've went through with Carly.
At, at the time, he was a good dad to Carly, but then he just went on to doing his own whatever crazy
Well, he was
shit
young.
he was doing. So
You were young. You had kids young.
Carly's at her dad's, and Josh is her dad, and I'd rather just leave Josh in the past where he belongs.
Okay. Damn. Bury that hatch.
Yeah, bury the hatchet.
All right. Let's talk about the kids' day at Nettie's house, okay?
Sheena asked me to babysit her kids while her and Joanne go shopping, so I said, it. A few more is not going to make a difference to me. This is a mess.
Ooh. Who's hungry? Thank you.
Just watching these kids running around is making me tired.
Who's hungry? Who wants to eat a hot dog? Oh, no. No, don't spray them. You know what? I'm going to sit down.
There was a lot of kids there. You know, with Nettie already having 9 kids, and then families showing up with kids. Would you say there was about 15 kids there running around?
Maybe more. I don't know. It was a
Maybe more.
lot.
It was a long time. I can't remember an exact head count, but with Nettie's kids and everyone else's kids in the same house, there was a lot of kids running around there. So when Joanne gets to Nettie's house and lets Nettie know that we're all going to go wine tasting, she wants to know, can she get drunk on wine tasting?
I mean, I think I would ask the same thing.
I naturally would say, no, you can't get drunk on wine.
But I think you really can.
Well,
Kayla
yeah,
Mellie
because
did.
Mellie was actually a tipsy gypsy that day at the wine tasting. So that was yeah, you could definitely get drunk on wine.
I'm definitely not a wine drinker. I've never drank wine. I think I've tried wine before and I never liked it, and I've never drank any since then. But my favorite cocktail, a trash can.
Okay, so now let me tell you
I like to
mine.
get a little trash. No, I'm joking.
Oh, because when you drink,
I'm
you just like to
joking.
go ahead and get trash. So
I like to
going
go on and fill a little bit and then just maybe drink one. That's it.
trash can states it all. Take me to the trash can at the end of the night.
Shut up.
So for me, before this day of wine tasting, I never really had wine. I tasted wine, Pinot de Grigio, and I really didn't care for it, but at the same time, it was okay. I only had a sip.
You said it on the show that day too. Pinot de Grigio.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm saying it right now, but no, I'm not. So if I were to give my point of view on wine, if you want a nice evening at home, relax, chill back in front of the fireplace, you don't want that drunk hangover feeling, but yet you want to feel good and you just want to lay down and go to sleep, wine is that's your drink.
No.
But now if you want to go out and have fun and you're going out,
You have a
Go-
mixed drink.
you're going to have a mixed drink. And if I'm going to have a mixed drink, I'm going for a lemon drop martini,
Dang, girl.
which is awesome.
fancy.
They're very fancy. They don't get you there too quick. They're smooth and they're really, really good.
Well, I say with the whole thing being planned, our only concern was Mellie getting drunk.
Well, they want to know if you can get drunk on wine. There was your tipsy gypsy that day. We seen it all firsthand.
But you remember Nenny saying she's not going to do that anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think none of us thought that you could actually get that messed up on wine, but Mellie surely got there. Mellie was like no different as if she went out and got a trash can and was trashed by the end of the night. A lot of people say that it seems that Nettie keeps putting Mellie in situations where she's around alcohol. I'm gonna agree with that, and then I'm gonna disagree to an extent because think about it. We were all in the same situations and put in the same spot with the same alcohol around.
True.
We chose to leave the bottle down when we didn't drink. So I'm not gonna blame Nettie for always having Mellie around alcohol. If you walk in a gas station, you're gonna be around alcohol. I'm gonna judge you as to how you're dealing and doing with alcohol.
Yeah,
No one
we're all
can.
grown adults here. They can't make you drink if you don't want to drink.
No, and Nettie and Mellie was at a time in her life where she was running wild and drinking was her thing. And thank God she realized that type of fun that she was chasing wasn't the type of fun that her heart wanted. It was living, but it wasn't living. It's living. No. Sorry, it's a lifestyle, not living. And she figured that out.
Yeah. Mellie's grown a lot from all her stuff. Even though she's a little crazy at times, I think she's grown a lot from a lot of her bad stuff back in the day. So let's talk about when Joanne and Mellie goes and gets baby footprints.
So what would you guys like to do today?
I wanted to bring baby Richard in to get like a keepsake, like maybe footprints or something.
Okay.
Joanne is dragging me to this pottery place to get baby Richard's footprints on whatever the she wants to do. I have no clue. I do not give a about pottery, so let's get this over with.
Yes, when Mellie paints a pig and puts the baby's footprints in it, it actually did look really, really nice. And on the back of it, she had wings. We have keepsake things too from our kids.
I have footprints on little stuff like of the babies, the kids.
Yeah, from the little beds when they wheel them in the room and they put their weight and stuff down onto them. Yeah, so really that's not out of the ordinary for family to do for a keepsake. You know, Mellie did do a lot of talking to Joanne. And Mellie didn't want to see Joanne didn't want to see Mellie ruin her life. She wanted what was best for Mellie. And at that time in life, Mellie was madly in love with Robbie. I don't think she knew it. She did, but she didn't. And I think the alcohol,
Yeah, she was young.
Helly
Mellie.
Mellie, and alcohol, I think kind of put the hatchet in the coffin with Mellie and Robbie. Even having a baby didn't save them, but they learned a lot at a young age.
I do think Joanne's a great sister. I do think she would never give Mellie wrong advice. She gives her the best advice that she would give one of her own kids. And she's always tried to lead her right.
True. Joanne has always been more of a outsider looking in voice of reason, voice that you really should pay attention to coming from your sister. Like, she's not there to harm you, but to help you. So, Annie, you know, when me and my kid's dad were playing darts,
Yeah.
and that little
Pub.
yeah, we posted it. And I was there, you know, talking about how many people staying at my house. I had a lot of people staying at my house at that time. I had Gus and Laura, their kids,
Me.
you and your family and children, me and my family and children. And then we had some family that was coming in and out, and our place would be the stay over.
Ooh. I don't know how you kept up with us all with dinner and cooking, and that's a lot to take on.
Sometimes I really truly wonder how I done it too, because there was so many of us there. The feeding part was what could be stressful at time in laundry. Oh, and fighting for a shower.
Do you remember?
Bathrooms.
Do you remember at that little pub you was talking to your kid's dad about the wine tasting?
I am so nervous to have to look at Richard and tell him that I am going to a winery with the gang.
We're talking about drinking.
And
Mellie, Nettie, we're drinking here. Even if it's just wine tasting.
I'll make you a promise.
They'll taste the wine, they'll taste the whole bottle.
Mellie will.
Each flavor.
And the gypsy community, gypsies are not supposed to drink because it's just not ladylike.
I mean, you know, I trust your word, it's just a wine tasting. But I also know how crazy they can get.
You know what? I'm a lady, and I'm gonna act like a lady tomorrow. And I'm not gonna fall for anything stupid, so just don't worry your mind about what's going on tomorrow, because believe me, I know how to handle myself.
Yes. I was telling him about
You look really, really nervous telling him.
yeah, because he wouldn't for like this wine tasting. He didn't want alcohol to touch anyone's lips, let alone mine. So I didn't know what the lashback was going to be there. I was a little nervous, but it went over as good as it could have. It could have been way worse.
Yes, ma'am. Well, let's talk about the party bus on the way to the winery.
Oh, check this out. Come here. When the doors opened and we walked up in, it was like, wow. It was the bomb.
Damn.
Me and Joanne decided to get something with an edge. We wanted to have a party bus, something fun for just us girls.
Oh, girl. I remember showing up in my little dress, that little peachy pink dress. Joanne, everybody showed up so like decked out and ready to go. But I didn't know until after we were long on that bus that was like a stripper bus.
Yeah, Kayla, there was a pole on it.
I wasn't expecting the pole to be on the bus.
Wow. Well, I knew I was such a party girl at the time. That day, I was ready to get down and
Get down
I was
on it.
drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade on the bus, trying to go on and get myself drunk. And Mellie was throwing a tantrum. Mellie was just being Mellie at the moment. I was partying, and you was the conservative one in the group that day.
Yeah, because, I was doing what y'all was doing, getting fixed up, getting ready, excited. We're getting on this party bus. What in the world was I thinking? A party bus was going to come in the form of a car with 4 doors? I didn't realize what we were really in store for. And when I seen that, when I was walking in there, I was like, oh my God.
And you didn't want me to drink that day on the bus.
No,
You still call and tell Carly's dad on me.
Well, I knew if you and Mellie both get drinking together that it might not end well. I didn't want you guys to get in trouble.
Well, it's okay. Mellie's the one that ended up getting drunk at the winery, though. I stopped.
And so with that being said, let's go on and talk about that winery.
I went to the doctor and I found out that
Would
I
you
have
shut the
lupus.
up? I don't want to hear about you going to a doctor. I'm a walk away when you tell me that. I serious. I'm not playing. Don't tell me about it.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear it, so I'm a walk
Well, you're going to have to because I have to tell everyone.
You tell everybody about that. I don't want to hear that.
I've already told Mellie that I had lupus. She just gets really upset. She doesn't want to hear it. So I have lupus. But it's not.
Oh, she's falling. Are you okay,
I think she'll
Mellie?
die before I do.
I will not talk about Nettie having lupus. I don't want to hear nothing about her being sick.
Mellie, are you all right?
Me. She can't even get up. She is not going to listen.
Come here, I'm gonna help you out.
to you talking about going to the doctor at all.
That's not what we went there for, was to get Mellie drunk. We went there because we've never done wine tasting.
Well, she was out of control there, sticking her head in the barrels. Meow.
Meow. And it was echoing from the rooftops. You remember, Amy?
Well, do you remember her drinking everybody's leftover wine in the cups?
Oh, she was hunting and looking. I didn't, like I said, I'll say it again. I didn't know wine could get you like that. Now I see why they serve cheese at wine tasting to help
No.
sober you up.
No, it ain't to help sober you up.
For the taste.
It's for the taste.
Well, honey, behind the taste, forget the taste, because every wine does have a different taste. And they like to give you cheese like a perfume store gives you beans when you've smelled all the perfumes to erase the smell.
Mm.
In this case, it needed to help Mellie. She needed cheese on her stomach to sober up.
Well, you didn't seem to like the dry wines there. What kind do you like again?
I don't like the dry wines, and if I was a fan of any of it, I'd say Moscato or Pinot de Grigio. Only because I've tried them. I haven't went to the extremes, and they've really mellowed me out.
Right.
I don't even remember how much she drank on the way to the wine tasting. I know she was pretty lit, getting lit before we even got there.
Yeah,
though.
I was getting lit, and then I
The
stopped.
both of you.
I knew when to stop. When my lips start feeling a little bit numb, I know when to stop drinking. I've always been that type of person. And not that I hardly ever drink anyways. Maybe once, twice a year. I don't really drink. But how about that Coke you pulled out midway through?
I had to have a Coke, man. I couldn't just rely on that wine. That wine wasn't, I just wasn't feeling it. It was okay. Like I said, I had more fun with the damn cheese
The cheese didn't look good to me.
and the crackers. It was. It was aged cheese, by the way. This wasn't just your everyday cheese, y'all. Like, this was high-end, aged, expensive cheese. It was really, really good. It taught me
Oh,
that
yeah. Nettie went to try to tell her about her disease when Mellie starts freaking out. Do you remember that?
oh, yeah.
She didn't want her to do it. Like, she starts to freak out.
I know, I don't
Why?
that's what I was just gonna say to you. I wonder, going back to that day, why did Mellie not want that told? I mean,
don't
that's a
know.
big part of someone's life.
It's like she
Lupus,
don't want Nenny sick, and I get it. She didn't want it to happen, but it's
she
hard
felt
to
like
say.
if we spoke it, it would speak it into existence, but Nenny broke the news that she had lupus, and that's a big part of someone's life. You could not just have that in. You need support. You need your family.
Well, I agree. And my thoughts on this episode was it was a fun one. We had, except for the drinking, of course, but I still had fun drinking. We had family fun vacation. Everybody got along, and we all got bad headaches from Zorbing.
You nailed it. And Robbie getting to meet his baby for the
Oh
first
yeah,
time was a bitter
yep,
that was a bitter moment.
for Mellie and him.
Uh-huh. First son.
I like this episode.
The wine tasting, I give it a 9. I didn't expect it to be the way it was. It was actually a little better. I swear I was more applauded about the cheese and crackers than anything.
My favorite was the party bus, maybe.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you knew to take the party on the road, but when the party got to the wine and tasting, you need to just go ahead and stop right there. Really, you timed yourself just right. But overall, I rate this episode,
9,
I'm going to give it a 10.
10.
Because there wasn't too much about it that I
Okay,
didn't
okay, 10.
not like. I liked it. It was definitely a roller coaster ride. We had our ups, we had our downs, but overall, we made it.
Yeah, I think I liked that everybody was getting along. We all had fun together.
Well, everybody, you guys be sure and come back next time where we discuss season 2, episode 8. It's been a long, hot summer. Gus and Laura returns home. I throw out a luau, a huge luau party, which was a blast at my house. And Joanne and Mellie go at it. There's never a gathering someone's not going at it.
It's never a dull moment.
No. So this next episode is going to have you on the edge of your seat, because who can picture Joanna and Mellie going at it? Joanna's not the going at it type. So if she's going at it, there's a reason.
As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell for more Gypsy content, and send in your burning questions. For now, bye guys.
Bye guys.